Monsoon shows Luna what it's like walking in London. Written by the chill author. Memes. DNA of the soul. Luna lay on her bed, eyes shot wide open to the size of dinner plates. Her pupils had shrunk to the size of a summer ant, and for the life of her, she couldn't stop shaking. It wasn't excitement, nor was it fear. It was absolute, unadulterated terror. Phil Swift had torn T-Rick in half. Armstrong beat the ever-loving shit out of Chrysalis, and Celestia, her dear sister, was sent to the hospital. They all had one thing in common. They were all powerful, and two of the three had something in common as well. They were villains. She was a villain. She was once the feared Nightmare Moon, the Mare on the Moon, the Nightmare of Equestria.
We just hope some pony doesn't lay a hoof on us. We are quite fragile.
Luna whispered to herself before imagining getting decked by Senator Armstrong himself. She winced at the thought and pulled her blanket close to her face.
Well, it would seem that we must do our royal duties.
Reluctantly, Luna slid off the bed and stood up to the ground. She opened the door to the hallways and saw multiple guards lining down the hallways. Luna signed a breath of relief, then closed the door before saluting the guards. The Lunar Princess trotted to the center of her bedroom and looked at her hooves nervously.
No pony could possibly stop our guards, right? We mean, they are the best of the best. They have years and years of experience. No pony could ever...
She heard loud, heavy metal music. She heard the stories. She knew what was coming. A flood of pain.
Does it hurt? Catch me if you can. That's your best.
The muffled sounds of combat filled Luna's bedroom as she heard the chaotic laughter of a masculine voice, as well as the terrified and agony-filled screams of her guards. Was that her fate? To be one of them? No, she wouldn't allow that to happen. She had to leave. Luna turned towards her window, attempting to make a run for it, only to find it open. Resting on the railing of the window was none other than the sussy imposter, Monsoon of the Winds of Destruction. Luna stopped mid-run and saw the cyborg's form. Monsoon was looking out the window, looking down at the ponies of Canterlot, but more importantly, the night. A smile adored Monsoon's face as he turned his head to face Luna, their eyes locking together. "Going somewhere?" Monsoon asked as he pushed himself off the railing and landed on his feet. Using his magnetic powers, Monsoon shut the windows behind him and stood before Luna. He smelled the fear oozing out of Luna like blood from an injured prey. Prey? Huh. I guess you could call her that.
Who art thee?
Luna inquired, cautiously analyzing the biped. Monsoon placed a hand on his hip and smirked at Luna. I am Monsoon of the Winds of Destruction. He took a slight bow and approached. Seeing this, Luna took a step back. And I think you know why I'm here.
No, we don't.
Luna looked at Monsoon strangely before continuing.
Thou looks kind of like an imposter.
What?
An imposter from the hit game Among Us.
Oh, God.
Thou art being quite sus, as the kids would say.
Stop it.
One would perhaps call thee Monsussy.
Shut the fuck up. Monsoon glared through his mask. The murderous intent stripped Luna of her words, leaving her breathless. I've come to teach you a lesson, princess.
And what lesson may that be, Monsussy?
Luna glared at Monsoon. Would you stop calling me that? Monsoon snapped, and with a flick of his wrist, he used his gravity manipulation to apply force on the furniture, making it snap and creak.
No promises.
With Luna finally shutting the fuck up, Monsoon cleared his throat and began to speak. War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep into my psyche. That this world and all of its people are diseased. Monsoon began to pace around Luna, and the alicorn simply stood in place and watched.
So, did thou vent to get here?
Luna asked the cybernetic ninja. Monsoon gritted his teeth, but smiled and continued. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We are all pawns controlled by something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. They are our culture. They are everything we pass on, Monsoon declared. However, Luna tilted her head.
Memes? Like Among Us?
Monsoon nearly took out his size and lunged at Luna. However, he didn't forget why he was there in the first place and ignored her. Expose someone to anger long enough, and they will learn to hate. They become a carrier. Envy, greed, despair. All memes. All passed along. Monsoon stopped pacing around Luna and stood in front of her. You and I aren't so different.
So, we are an imposter too?
Luna asked. I feel like I've been here before, Monsoon muttered, clearly thinking back to Sundowner clapping Celestia. In any case, I'm going to absolutely positively stab the ever-loving shit out of you, and I don't know when I'm going to stop.
Wait, stab? So thou art an
Monsoon lunged at Luna before she could complete her sentence and slammed his boot into her skull. With a loud crack, Luna was sent careening out of her window, letting the shards of glass drop to the ground below. Luna quickly used her wings to steady herself and shook herself out of the daze. Once she got back to her focus, she first looked around to spot the splitting sideboard. Looking for someone? Luna brought her attention above and spotted Monsoon balancing his foot on a pillar, his other foot placed gently behind the first. Luna saw Monsoon's silhouette as the full moon shone brightly behind him. Now that your eyes have been realigned, allow me to spill your blood on the stains of time. Monsoon took out his size, and with an insane cackle, he slid down the roof to descend towards Luna. Without a word, Luna flew down to the roof and balanced herself on the slanted battleground. Monsoon lifted himself high above Luna and dove down like a professional diver. Luna's horn lit up as she fired multiple rounds of magic bolts towards the cyborg. However, before the attacks could hit, Monsoon's body split apart each time. Oh, that is some bullshit, Luna exclaimed before dodging out of the way and taking to the sides. Monsoon crashed down on the rooftop and broke the tiles. Monsoon looked up at Luna with a smile. He used his magnetic abilities to gather the helmets, chest plates, and horseshoes of the guards he'd killed. Monsoon slammed them together into different bunches, making several balls of metal. Magnetic power, Monsoon shouted out as he fired off 3 balls of metal. Luna quickly dodged out of the way with the first one sent, then the next, and decided to be daring and teleport out of the last.
Ha! Thou will have to be quicker than that,
Luna declared with a grin that screamed victory. However, Monsoon chuckled eerily. Look again. As Luna turned around, a metal ball came back and slammed into her and shoved her against the walls of the castle. Luna bounced off the wall before another metal ball came up to meet her and crashed into her gut, sending her to the skies. The 3 metal balls began to turn the Luna Princess into nothing short of a ping-pong ball. Monsoon began to laugh as he sent the rest of the metal balls into a fray. Luna was getting battered and crushed, all the while Monsoon cackled.
Eee!
Luna struggled as she was punted across the sky.
Eee!
Monsoon raised an eyebrow underneath his mask. What? I can't hear you. He taunted with a shit-eating grin.
Enough!
Luna boomed, causing Monsoon to cover his ears and recoil from the loud sound. Luna's horn lit up and she blasted metal balls to smithereens. Luna gasped for breath and wiped the blood from her nose, all while Monsoon was laughing. That's the inner killer inside of you speaking. That's the animal clawing in your body, screaming and snarling, begging you to let them out. Monsoon cackled as Luna glared at Monsoon.
Thou is a prick,
And you're a woman. Luna glared at Monsoon and flew down to meet him on the rooftop. Monsoon took a step back to make room for her as she landed, and the two stand off with neither taking eyes off another.
Thou art a very sussy imposter,
Luna commented. Monsoon clutched his sniles and snarled, That's it! Monsoon dashed towards Luna, and Luna felt something that she felt the terror she had before. Flaring her wings, she desperately tried to flee, but as she took to the skies, Monsoon leaped onto her back and flipped the sais in his hands before stabbing into Luna's back. Luna yelped in pain as she was repeatedly stabbed again and again in the back. However, Luna was still flying. Monsoon snarled and dug his sais into her wings, tearing holes within them. Monsoon pulled and pulled, causing Luna's wings to tear and tear. And as Luna's screams of agony echoed through the night, she crashed down into the streets of Canterlot. It was then that Monsoon got off Luna. Now there's a pretty meme. Exquisite, Monsoon exclaimed. Luna, however, was confused.
What?
Luna looked up to the splitting cyborg as he grinned down at her. You can't fight nature, Jack.
My name is not Jack.
Luna was even more confused than before as Monsoon raised the boot over her head. Your memes have been cut off! Luna was in bandage and placed next to her sister in the same room.
Let me guess.
Celestia sighed.
He's British.
A samurai had his sword rested on his shoulder and looked back towards the readers with a grin. Let's dance. There we go. Just a nice short one today, and one of my favorite chill authors, who is in my server, and is actually insane, literally. I got no funny bloopers for you this time, Chill. My bad, it's just, I am very tired, and I wanted to get something out today. I love you. But what I also love are my wonderful donators. Thank you, Chase the Master, HKH4 aka Texture, Triss, The Animated Ghost, Solus, and of course a large thank you to Silent Titan. I appreciate it so much, you guys. I'll be getting a TCP out tomorrow, just today was a little late. Anyways, this has been Firehearth. Have a wonderful day.